Hello all. Today we're going to learn about a manufacturer of luxury Swiss watches, Breitling. Most of us have already heard about this company. Let us know this company in a much better way. Breitling SA designs, manufactures, engineers and distributes chronometer watches. Breitling is a privately owned company founded in 1884 in Grenchen canton of Solothurn, Switzerland. Breitling is known for precision-made chronometers useful to aviators. Breitling SA was founded in Saint-Imier-Bernès, Jura by Leon Breitling in 1884. Breitling watches are made in Switzerland using Swiss components. Breitling makes two movements, the calibre BO1 and calibre BO4. A BO1 with an added GMT module. ETA and Valjoux are the primary suppliers of e-watches used in certain Breitling watches. The e-watches are completed in the Breitling chronometric workshops before undergoing COSC, Contrôle Officiel Souci des Chronométres certification. In 2009, Breitling developed the BRO1, a mechanical chronograph movement used in the Breitling Chronomat 01, the first watch produced entirely by Breitling. The Chronomat has ever since used a Breitling movement, with the latest addition, 2012, to the range being the Chronomat GMT Limited, a limited edition watch, and the Breitling Chronomat 44 GMT, both with the BO4 movement. The company fits certified chronometers in all modules. Watches are usually marketed towards either driving, super ocean or aviation, Navitimer. Aviation models such as the Navitimer offer aviation functions largely as complications, since their function in aviation has largely been replaced by modern electronic instruments. The styling of Breitling watches is characterized by polished cases, bracelets and large watch faces, which are designed to improve readability. Many models have an automatic winding mechanism that is purely mechanical, that is using no electronic components, and frequently have complications. In the 1940s, Breitling added a circular slide rule to the bezel of the chronograph models for use by aircraft pilots. This became the famous Navitimer model. During the 1950s and the 1960s, a version of the Navitimer was offered by the Aircraft Owners and Pilots Association with the AOPA logo on the dial. In 1961, Scott Carpenter, one of the original astronauts in the Mercury space program, approached Breitling with the idea of incorporating a 24-hour dial instead of the normal 12-hour dial. This was needed because of the lack of day and night during space travel. Breitling complied and produced the 24-hour Navitimer, which Carpenter wore on his 1962 space flight. Breitling then proceeded to produce the 24-hour version as the so-called Cosmonaute Navitimer under both Breitling and AOPA logos. The Breitling emergency watch contains a radio transmitter for civil aviation use, which broadcasts on the 1 to 1.5 MHz distress frequency and serves as a backup for ELT-type airborne beacons. For military users, the emergency has a miniaturized transmitter operating on the 243.0 MHz military frequency. Under normal conditions, a flat terrain or calm seas, the signal can be picked up at a range of up to 90 nautical miles, 167 kilometers, by search aircraft flying at 20,000 feet. Since 1st February 2009, the COSPAS Sarsat satellite system has not monitored the 121.5 243.0 MHz frequency. However, the signal transmitted by the emergency was never strong enough to be picked up by satellite, and Breitling has announced that as these frequencies will still be monitored by aviation, particularly during the localization phase of a rescue attempt, there are no plans to modify the signal's frequency. Reuters reported that in January 2003, two British pilots, squadron leader Steve Brooks and flight lieutenant Hugh Quentin Smith, crashed their helicopter in Antarctica and were rescued after activating the Breitling emergency transmitter watches. The emergency is available for customers who do not hold a pilot's license, but they must sign an agreement stating that they will bear the full cost of a rescue intervention should they trigger the distress beacon. The model was heavily advertised by the Breitling Orbiter 3. Both Brian Jones and Bertrand Piccard were wearing the emergency. Breitling sponsored the Orbiter 3 project, which in 1999 became the first balloon to completely orbit the Earth without landing. A commemorative Orbiter 3 version of the emergency watch was subsequently produced with a production run of 1,999. In April 2013, Breitling announced a new version of the emergency watch. This upgrade transmits on the 121.5 MHz frequency but adds the 406.04 MHz signal that is monitored by satellites. It has a separate rechargeable battery for the transmitter. As part of the 10th anniversary of a Breitling, Bentley Motors partnership, the Bentley BO4 GMT, BO5 Unitime and BO6 based on COSC certified Breitling caliber BO4, BO5 and BO6 respectively were produced. Breitling sponsors aeronautical endeavours including the first circumnavigation of the globe by balloon, Breitling Orbiter, the fixed-wing jetpack flight of Wes Rossi, aerobatics teams including the Breitling Jet Team and Breitling Wing Walkers and the Renault Air Race. Breitling was a sponsor of Team Bentley during the Le Mans 24 Hours campaign running from 2001 to 2003. To commemorate this, it created the Breitling Bentley 24 Le Mans watch. In the 1965 James Bond movie Thunderball, Bond is given a Breitling top time by Q, who tells him it is also a Geiger counter. The Geiger counter in the watch enables Bond to track down 2 stolen nuclear warheads. After the movie was filmed, the watch disappeared. In 2012, it resurfaced in a car boot sale in England where it was bought for GB £25. It later sold at auction for Christie's auction house for over GB £100,000. So we got to know about the various aspects of Breitling. We went through the company's history to its present day scenario. Hope the information was useful and have a good day.